Our story today started a long time ago when I was a child. I was a naughty boy and I liked doing pranks. I remember catching frogs and going to women's gatherings and throwing the frog in the middle of the gathering. Those were funny days. One day, I decided to go into our storage room outside the house. It had no lights, but in the middle of the storage room there was long cupboard. Maybe I was short at the time, but it was tall, without any drawers, just a door barely open from the top. I saw a bee flying inside into the cupboard, and I struggled to reach the door and shut it closed. I thought I did something evil. I just locked a poor bee in the cupboard. But what I didn't know was that the bee was actually looking for a new place for the new hive.
It was a scout.
And once I closed the door on her, it was a perfect place for the new hive. I actually helped the bee discovering the perfect place. The bee flew out of the cupboard. Obviously, there was a hole in the back. The bee went back to the old hive that was crowded with bees, and they really needed a new place. She reported to them that she'd found a new place for the hive, but they really didn't believe her. So they decided to make sure she was telling the truth. They sent 5 bees to accompany her to our cupboard. We actually saw the 6 bees entering our storage room. The upper door was still shut and realized it was real. It was the perfect place for the new hive. Our storage room was dry and dark, and that was good for bees. The 6 bees flew back to the court of the queen to deliver the report. Your Majesty, it was true. She found the perfect place. So the queen stood with all her glory and started a speech to all the other bees in the old hive. Bees, hear me! We found a new hive. So everyone cheered with happiness and hugged each other and drank honey in celebration.
The next day,
They decided to move out of the old hive into the new place, our cupboard. It was midday and we were having lunch. Suddenly, the sun was blocked with thousands of bees moving into our storage room outside the house. It was a majestic moment. My father was so happy that his eyes were wide open. He loved honey. There were thousands of bees coming to us to build a hive. At the moment, I was encouraged to take credit for my actions. Actually, my evil actions, which was purely for evil reasons to start with. But I took credit anyways, and the bees were settled in the new hive.
many months later,
I wanted to impress my cousin. I was a naughty boy, yes, but I was lonely. We lived in a village far from all the other houses. Our house was next to other 3 houses, and that was it. In the other house lived my father's cousin, so he wasn't even my real cousin, but I wanted to impress him anyways. Do you remember Brian from Family Guy?
Wait! I have a time machine.
You do?
Yeah, you want to see it?
Yes, I want to see it.
Better luck next time, pal. Some people got moves, others don't. Been that way forever.
You, me, sex.
Him legend.
I really wanted to impress my cousin, so I told him, Do you want to see the bees we have? And he was excited and said, Oh, yeah, sure. So we both went back to my house and decided to explore. I was a stupid child, and I didn't know any of the techniques. Hell, I didn't even light a smoke to get the bees away. I wanted to open the door of the upper drawer where the bees were, and it was stuck. So I forced it open, and it snapped at once. The bees were panicking and started attacking everyone in the house. My four poor sisters were the victims here. My poor little girls. Each one had some stings in the face or the arms or the legs. They ran away from the house to the farm next to our home. My mom wasn't home, luckily. She was at women's meeting in the afternoon to discuss life and men's issues. We call that tafrita. When my mom got back home, the bees were already back in the hive and our faces were like balloons. She didn't punish me because the bees already dead. I felt sorry for my little sisters. They have nothing to do with it, but it was a lesson for me. Don't mess with bees.